Hello everybody and welcome to Pragmach. I wanted to have a little chat with you regarding tablets. Specifically, what is the best tablet to get? There are so many tablets out there are so many price ranges, and there are so many features and sizes. There's a lot to think about, there's a lot to consider, so we are going to narrow that right down. And today I want to talk about the best 10-inch tablet to get under $400. Let's get started. Why pick an arbitrary price like $400 for a tablet? I find that at the $400 price point, there's a lot of options. However, that's where you start to get a bit of the price creep, where you add in a different storage option, you improve a CPU, and things start to climb a little bit where you're almost in the laptop space with that $500 mark. The majority of the tablets we're going to talk about today are actually a lot less than $400, and they can be found on sale. There are student discounts for some, and we'll get into that a little deeper here in a moment. So $400 really just creates a discussion around more of a budget device, more of an entry-level device, and we don't have to talk about, let's say, the iPad Pros, for example, which can cost, frankly, ridiculous amounts of money for a tablet. When considering the size of the device, 10 inches is a really good place to focus. 10 inches represents that sweet spot for a true tablet experience. You do have to consider that phones are a lot larger these days, some ranging as large as 6.5 inches, some even bigger. So I think 10 inches is a good place to focus on for a tablet experience. You also have much larger, much more expensive tablets, but you get into a space where you're really trying to replicate a laptop experience. And here we're looking more for a tablet experience, which makes portability so important. A smaller device, a 10-inch device, provides a nice viewing experience for a film. However, it is easy to throw into a bag or even grab and hold in your hand as you might have to commute, taking it from home to the office. You're going to appreciate that smaller size. So portability is also key. The other aspect to consider is really for tablets, there are two main categories of use. You have consumption devices and you have productivity devices. When you look at consumption devices, it's mainly for watching Netflix, YouTube, consuming media, browsing the web, perhaps reading some ebooks, but you're always taking in media, taking in information rather than creating it. For a more productivity device, that's where you're focused on creating content. You might be editing videos, you might be editing photos, hammering out emails, or editing a spreadsheet for a presentation. This isn't to say that only specific tablets can be productivity tablets. With enough will and know-how, productivity tasks can be accomplished on almost any device. Perseverance really knows no bounds. It's just some devices are better suited for productivity over others. All right, let's get started with the first pick, and that is going to be the Surface Go. This tablet is the best tablet for productivity. The Surface Go runs a full desktop operating system, which is Windows, and gives it access to the Microsoft App Store. The Surface Go is recently updated. The current iteration of the device is the Surface Go 2. It comes with a 10.5-inch display with a 1920 by 1280 resolution. It is not the highest resolution screen that we'll talk about today. However, as you'll note, it is one of the most functional. With its 3:2 aspect ratio, it does favor having side-by-side apps with the taller screen, allowing for more productivity. It comes with a Pentium Gold processor, 4 GB of RAM, and an eMMC drive with 64 GB of storage. All this for $399. So the Surface Go 2 is at the maximum range of our tablets today, and at that maximum range, at that $400, you are getting the most productivity-focused device. This is a real laptop. This is a desktop computer in a mini form. It doesn't have the most powerful processor, it doesn't have the most RAM, and to improve those things, we're going to go far beyond the $399, and we would have to go out of range and out of budget for this video. However, for $399, you do get Windows Hello face authentication off that front-facing camera, and battery life is around 10 hours of typical device usage, as per Microsoft. It also has a built-in kickstand, which makes it perfect to prop up for easy media consumption. For Netflix, for YouTube, for watching, consuming media, you have that kickstand and it's easy to set up. The versatility of the Surface Go 2 can also be its downside. As you'll see with some of the other devices on the list, they are a little bit more fit for purpose. As the Surface Go 2 can kind of do a little bit of everything, it can struggle sometimes to do it all the best. Now, to get the full value of the Surface Go for productivity, you're gonna have to consider that you need to buy the keyboard accessory, which again, it's out of scope for this video because it's gonna take us above our price range. However, if you're looking for a general purpose tablet and later on you might want to enhance its productivity with an accessory, it's the most affordable keyboard accessory here on the list for what you get. It's a backlit keyboard, it's got great travel, and it has a trackpad as well. It also provides protection for the front of the display. Even without the keyboard, some of the value proposition of this tablet is it does have expandable memory through a micro SD. It also has USB-C, which can provide easy access to more expandable storage. Although the screen doesn't have the highest resolution, Microsoft has done a good job of removing some bezel in the second generation Surface Go. This tablet is probably going to be the least fun for gaming on our list. At $399, you're going to have to consider it is expensive, and if you're not going to take advantage of Windows, this might not be for you, and it might not really fit your needs. Student discounts are available for the Surface Go 2. The Surface Go can be considered the best small computer on the list. The Surface Go comes in at 544 grams. Moving on to the best all-round tablet, we have the iPad. The iPad set the standard for tablets back in 2010, and 10 years later, it is still the best tablet to recommend. Apple has created iPad OS, which provides a very stable platform, a lot of versatility here due to the amount of apps available and the large app library. The current 8th generation iPad comes with a 10.2-inch screen, a 2160 by 1620 resolution display. The device promises about 10 hours of web surfing or video watching and comes in at 490 grams. The iPad is priced at $329. However, there are student discounts available. The $329 iPad comes with 32 gigabytes of storage and favors streaming media to the device over storing large amounts of data. Storage options are limited as there is no ability to expand, and the next tier of iPad goes over our $400 set budget. The iPad really is the most versatile tablet to recommend, and it's also the best tablet for most people. The iPad OS is a very mature platform, allowing for a lot of versatility. For example, there are full-out mouse and keyboard support with these iPads. There are also some great keyboard cases and even trackpad support cases available. If you already own an iPhone, if you're already in the Apple ecosystem, it is the best choice for you due to its integration. That value proposition is going to drop if you're on the Android platform. If you own an iPhone, you are probably going to think that the iPad is the best fit. The iPad does have a 4:3 aspect ratio, which is a lot more square, similar to the Surface Go, which does favor side-by-side apps and productivity, while it doesn't benefit you as much when watching a widescreen movie. So more of that versatility is the iPad does offer a little bit more of that laptop experience if you so decide to invest in peripherals or one of the many keyboard cases available. The $329 iPad is going to be best for those who don't mind spending a little more and are intending to use their tablet in a variety of ways. The iPad offers great battery, a beautiful bright display, and really is the original tablet that kicked everything off. It's hard to go wrong with an iPad. All right, and moving on to the best budget media consumption device for the list. You might have already guessed it, but it is the Amazon Fire HD10. It comes in the form of ad-supported and non-ad supported, $164.99 if not ad supported, and $149.99 ad supported in the US. The Amazon Fire tablet gives you a 10.1-inch screen, full 1080p resolution, 32 gigabytes of storage, and it is expandable through a micro SD port. It has an 8-core CPU, 12 hours of battery, and USB-C. The device weighs 504 grams, making it one of the lightest devices on the list. The Amazon Fire is powered by a modified Android operating system and has access to the Amazon App Store. The Fire HD offers the best viewing experience for movies as it does have a 16:9 aspect ratio, which matches the way films and shows are shot, giving you that wide screen aspect ratio, minimizing the black bars at the top and bottom of your screen. Although the Amazon Fire does have one of the smaller screens on the list, it does provide one of the largest viewing experience. When watching films, it gives it a larger viewing experience than both the iPad and the Surface Go. As a portrait experience, the device is a little tall and narrow and not that pleasant to use for some apps. For video consumption or media consumption, this device is tailor-made. Coming in at $164, it is less than half the price of an iPad or a Surface Go. The Amazon Fire is the default choice if you're looking just for a tablet to watch movies, to listen to music. If you just need access to good apps, the Amazon Fire is going to do that for you, and it's not going to break the bank. Now, this tablet's probably not going to impress anybody. It's probably not going to feel the nicest. There's a lot of plastic on this tablet. It's a value-driven tablet. It's going to deliver what you need, which is reliable battery life, a beautiful screen, tailor-made to deliver great content, and it's light and portable. For access to those apps like Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, basic games, it does a very good job. All right, and finishing up today for the best tablets to choose, it's for those looking for that Android experience, those looking for a pure Android tablet. Even though the Amazon Fire is technically powered by Android, it is not pure Android. We have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e. It comes in with a 10.5-inch display with a 2560 by 1600 resolution display. It is powered by Android 9. It is a little bit old. It is a 2019 model. However, the big selling point for this is the display is Super AMOLED. Even though this is not the most current model, it offers a lot of value. It can be found on sale, and that screen is going to give some great colors and color saturation, which is perfect for consuming media. To be clear, I'm not saying you can't be productive on an Android tablet. Samsung has pushed to have some tailor-made apps to make their devices a little bit more productivity friendly. There are external keyboard and keyboard cases available for this device. However, in my opinion, I think it is more geared towards an Android experience focusing on media consumption. The display is beautiful for watching films. It has a great aspect ratio, so it is a bit more widescreen than, say, the Surface Go or the iPad. It also has expandable memory through a micro SD slot. And if you are not a fan of the iPad, you're not a fan of Apple or iOS or Mac OS, you have an Android phone, frankly, I think this is a good choice for you. Like I said, this is a tablet that can be found on sale, and for anyone who is in the Android ecosystem, I think they're going to really appreciate it. It is also one of the lightest devices on the list at 400 grams. It is very light. It also comes with a very good battery life with 14.5 hours of video playback as per Samsung. I think for productivity, if you're looking at a Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e and you're thinking you're going to get an external keyboard or anything like that, I would really recommend looking at a Surface Go 2 and the available accessories and price points there for what might best suit you long term. Again, this is really going to depend on your preference. Maybe you don't like Windows, maybe you are very comfortable with Android. That's really going to be up to you. But I think for a lot of folks, that Surface Go with a keyboard, it's going to take us over budget, but it's going to offer a lot more versatility and productivity, especially if you don't like iOS. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to my recommends. I hope I've filled every sort of gap there could be. If I've left something off the list, if you think I'm totally wrong about what I've said today, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. I'd love to know if you actually have some better picks and if we can keep it at that $400. What did I miss? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're enjoying these types of videos, why not subscribe to the channel? That would be much appreciated. And thanks everybody for joining me on Pragmach.